Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Okay, our lesson now, another very common expression. Is it okay if? Is it okay if I go? Is it okay for me to go? Is it okay that I go? Right? In English, it's just like automatic. Is it okay if I go, for me to go, that I go? But in Spanish, da-da-da, look, we can roll with the present tense right here. If you're going to say if, is it okay if? Is it okay if I go? Está bien si voy. However, the advanced Spanish, the subjunctive 8 and 9, I've been telling you, I've been harping on this, I've been preaching it. I have been telling you guys that we need to learn the subjunctive. And we keep practicing it because it's so common in everyday conversation, right? You've got to learn it. You're hearing it a million times. Here we go. Está bien que? Is it okay for me to go? Is it okay that I go? For me to go, that I go? You got to follow it with sound the trumpets. Present subjunctive, opposite vowel, verb number 8. Is it okay for me to go? Está bien que yo vaya. Up here we're going with boy. Down here we're going with vaya. Okay, let's look at our verbs in the clusters. Cluster. Quedarse is to stay. Sentarse to sit down. Ayudar, to help. Hey, see if you get this. Knock, knock. Ayudar. Ayudar. Tocarlo is to touch it. Verlo, to see it. Usarlo, to use it. Venir, to come. Over here, conducir, to drive. And you know that's a ZC verb. Estar aquí, to be here. Decir algo, it's a go verb, to say something. Hacerlo, it's a go verb, to do it. Cerrar la puerta, it's an IE stem changer, to close the door. Venderlo, to sell it, totally regular. Llevármelo, for me to take it. Sacarle una foto, to take a picture of him or her. Irse, or this could be usted, you. Irse is to take off, to leave. Ir is to go. Irse is to take off, to leave. All right, let's roll it. Here we go. We're going to do these in the yo form. Now remember, you can do it in the to form, the el form, the ella form, the usted form, the nosotros form, the ellos, ellas, and the ustedes forms as well. But we want to do it with the yo form. We can't do every form. We'd be here all night, all morning, and all afternoon. All right, here we go. Is it okay if I go? Está bien si voy? Is it okay for me to go? Is it okay that I go? Está bien que yo vaya? Is it okay if I stay? Está bien si me quedo? Is it okay for me to stay? Está bien que yo me quede, opposite vowel. Is it okay if I sit down? Está bien si me siento? Is it okay that I sit down? Está bien que me siente? One's regular vowel, present tense, and one is opposite vowel, present subjunctive. Ayudar. Is it okay if I help? Está bien si ayudo? Is it okay for me to help? Está bien que yo ayude? You notice sometimes I use the yo, sometimes I don't. You don't need to use it, but you may feel like you want to use it. If that's the case, use it. You, be you. Tocarlo. Is it okay if I touch it? Está bien si lo toco? Si yo lo toco, the lo goes in front of the conjugated verb. Está bien si yo lo toco? Is it okay that I touch it? Está bien que yo lo toque with a Q-U-E. Verlo. Is it okay if I see it? Está bien si lo veo, V-E-O. Is it okay for me to see it? Está bien que yo lo vea, V-E-A. Usarlo. Is it okay if I use it? Está bien si lo uso? Is it okay for me to use it? Está bien que lo use? And the last one, venir. It's a go verb. Is it okay if I come? Está bien si vengo? Is it okay that I come? Is it okay for me to come? ¿Está bien que venga? Don't you love Spanish? Don't you love Spanish? Vengo and venga. And now we understand, right? Subjunctive down here. All right, our next group. Conducir is a GC. Is it okay if I drive, Dad? ¿Está bien si conduzco? Is it okay for me to drive? ¿Está bien que yo conduzca? Estar aquí. Is it okay if I am here? ¿Está bien si estoy aquí? Is it okay for me to be here? ¿Está bien que yo esté aquí? Decir algo, it's a go verb. Is it okay if I say something? ¿Está bien si digo algo? Is it okay for me to say something? ¿Está bien que diga algo? Hacerlo, it's a go verb. Is it okay if I do it? ¿Está bien si lo hago? Is it okay that I do it? Is it okay for me to do it? ¿Está bien que lo haga? Cerrar la puerta. Is it okay if I close the door? ¿Está bien si cierro la puerta? Is it okay for me to close the door? ¿Está bien que cierre la puerta? Is it okay if I sell it? ¿Está bien si lo vendo? Is it okay for me to sell it? ¿Está bien que lo venda? Is it okay if I take it? ¿Está bien si me lo llevo? No accent. ¿Está bien si me lo llevo? Is it okay for me to take it? ¿Está bien que me lo lleve? Sacarle una foto. Is it okay if I take a picture of him or her? ¿Está bien si le saco una foto? ¿Está bien si le saco una foto? Is it okay for me to take a picture of him? ¿Está bien que yo le saque, QUE, una foto? Our last one, irse. ¿Está bien si me voy? Is it okay for me to take off? ¿Está bien que me vaya? I'm going to do the if on all these. ¿Está bien si voy? Si me quedo? Si me siento? Si ayudo? Si lo toco? Si lo veo? Si lo uso? Si vengo? ¿Está bien si conduzco? ¿Estoy aquí? Digo algo? Lo hago? Cierro la puerta? Lo vendo? Me lo llevo? Le saco una foto? And me voy. Now, let's go with the subjunctive. Is it okay for me to go? Vaya, me quede, me siente, ayude, lo toque, lo vea, lo use, venga. Conduzca, esté aquí, diga algo, lo haga, cierre la puerta, lo venda, me lo lleve, le saque una foto, and me vaya. Da-da-da-da, there we go, okay? Is it okay if, for, or that? Now you know how to do it. Practice it again. Take this out into the real world. Just make up a sentence with someone. Bump up to someone who speaks Spanish and says, ¿Está bien si me ayuda con esto? Is it okay if you help me with this? Or, ¿Está bien, por favor, que me ayude con esto? Is it okay for you to please help me with this? All right, that's it. Is it okay? Gracias, amigos. See you soon. Next lesson upcoming very soon. Muy pronto vamos a tener otra lección de Profesor Pablo. And how do we learn Spanish? We learn Spanish rápido. Rapidísimo. All right. Thank you. Like I always say, I love you guys. I can see you out there in cyber world learning Spanish. It's so exciting. I'm excited for you. Keep up the great work. We'll be in touch soon. Hasta pronto. Bye-bye.